Is he homosexual?
James McKenna, yeah. And what's
Okay.
funny about that is I text Dave and I went, how was commentary? Dave was making a thing innuendo. Dave was like, Jamie just kept referring to James as, inverted commas, a homosexual. Like,
Old habits die hard. James right for the balls there. Good lad.
Speaking of hard, he seems to be.
Is James a homosexual? I've never seen a homosexual fight this well.
we talk about gout being a medieval thing. I don't think anyone said the phrase homosexual since 1996.
No, he doesn't look like a homosexual. A gay guy. Like he doesn't.
Google bears.
Sippers get ready. When people get ready. Sippers get ready for tea with me.
Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with me, Shane Todd. Before we get into this episode, let me tell you a couple of things about a couple of things. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast, the place you go to get way more tea with me and so much more even than that. I'm at the Edinburgh Fringe. I'll tell you about that in a second, but I announced that first on Patreon. We put the ticket link up first on Patreon to give people first dibs on it. We put specials on there. We do live stream episodes every week. We do the Lazy Boys podcast only on Patreon for the time being. Let's see what happens there. Who knows? High part turning into Trump. Wow. Okay. Great guys. Mickey Bartlett. So patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. Loads of all the old specials on there, which you can also buy as one-off specials. Live at the SSE and live at the Lyric and fuck all them. We have a live Tea With Me in the Waterfront Hall, which is on the what of November? 30th?
29th and 30th.
29th sold out. Tickets out for the 30th. There is some tickets for the 29th, but there's few enough that you say it's sold out. If you want to go, you can go, but don't say they might be a bit far. Tickets are a bit far back, but that doesn't matter because Waterfront setup, that perfect acoustics. I could go into that, but I won't. But there's tickets left for the second one, and we'll announce the lineups closer to the time when those are sold out. We have a show at Bangor Wall Garden, sold out. I am doing a work in progress tour, stand-up, which is rough and ready. Tickets are a $5 for most of them, no more than a $10. I hope. I don't think I have no idea. I hope they're not more than a $10. I did say that. I'm doing a couple of shows in Bangor, Larne, and 2 in Omagh. So that's me getting ready for the full house tour, which starts in September. ShaneToddComedy.com. 9th of November sold out in the SSE Arena, full arena. 15th on sale now, selling well. UK tour, hopefully America, Middle East and all that is out by this time. We are sponsored by none other, does it matter what order I do these in? No. Than our friends at NordVPN. NordVPN, what the hell is a VPN? That's what they're saying to me in the streets. A VPN, best way I can describe it is by looking at this blurb. It's the way I use it is it's an app on my phone, and what it does is it masks my location, my virtual location. So all the apps on my phone that I'm trying to watch, Netflix, BBC iPlayer, all them, there, whether you watch Amazon Prime, whatever, they ask your phone, where is he? And your phone is a rat, and your phone always just touts and tells, right? Your phone's like, he's in Belfast. Or if you're traveling, say you're doing a gig in Austin, Texas, your phone goes, he's in Austin, Texas. It tells Netflix and all. NordVPN tells you, it comes to you and goes, where do you want to say you are? So I'm in Austin, Texas. I go, oh, I'm home in bed. And NordVPN goes, yeah, he's just at home there. So give him the UK and Ireland Netflix content or BBC iPlayer content or whatever you like to watch. And then that means you can watch it. I've said before when I was in Mallorca, want to watch some Euros matches that were on BBC iPlayer, NordVPN, blip, blip. I'm in the UK, mate, blip. Watching BBC iPlayer in Mallorca, watching the match. You can protect your data as well when you're traveling as well, so it keeps your cybersecurity top level protected. It's fastest VPN in the world as well, no buffering or any of that kind of stuff. One NordVPN account can be used on 10 devices. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/tea with me. The link is in the description below. 4 extra months on top of for free on top of a 2-year plan. No risk with a 30-day money back guarantee. We're also sponsored by none other than our friends at Manscaped. Manscaped.com, the number one in men's below the belt grooming. Listen, you know by now I bang the drum for Manscaped. We have done since nearly the start of this podcast. They have everything you can think of as a modern man, or maybe you're a throwback kind of guy who wants to get into modern times. I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone, all the prequels, 1883, 1923. Maybe you live out on the plains, and you know you're used to that way of life. Those guys definitely, when you watch a program, you look at those guys, couple of cute guys, but you know they're pube heavy. Yeah, you know no one back then was shaping up. So if you're a ranch hand or a panhandler or whatever, and I don't know what that means, but what you can do is go to manscaped.com and get yourself products like the Lawnmower 5.0. Get yourself shaved up. Get yourself. You're doing the shape. Take care of yourself. They have 1,000,001 products. They're all great. Manscaped.com. Use the code TWITHME for 20% off and free shipping. Once again, the link is in the description. And that's a housekeeping done. You go to the cinema nowadays, there's trailers. That's part of the cinema experience. I don't make the rules. My guests this week are none other, and I'm very excited about this episode. We have none other than Jamie Conlan and Tyrone McKenna. Tyrone retired from boxing and he's come back. Unlike me, who is retired. And I'll not be making a comeback. But Tyrone retired for about 3 days and then went, nah, I need that. I need to fight someone. And Jamie's been through that before as well. Jamie retired early in his boxing career, doing great work as a promoter nowadays. So they're coming on to talk about Tyrone's fight that's coming up in the SSE Arena. Big comeback fight. I love these guys. Please enjoy this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with my guests, Tyrone McKenna and Jamie Conlan. The very beautiful Jamie Conlan. That's his full name. Was it you saying like you're almost better without a head guard? Because I felt like my head, because your head moves like bobs about inside it. No.
Well, for health wise.
Yeah.
Because apparently the vibrations keep in there.
It takes one person to say something once for me to believe it, and I don't know who said it, but one person said it, and I went, "Yeah.
Don't work now."
Nah, I don't believe it.
But they're sure.
Someone said because your head bobs, like your head vibrates about it.
But if your head is vibrating, that means your brain isn't as, at least that.
Yeah, but your brain's in your head.
No.
Listen, we'll research it after.
But at least that's absorbing the shock, and then instead of your brain doing this here, you're doing this here, but then your brain.
See, the thing is, with your head's still going back and forth, so your brain's still hitting off here.
That's the bad. That's.
I remember, we'll not talk too much about the night at the Ulster because people were sick of it, but I remember seeing the roof at one point because my hair went back.
Serious?
I remember seeing the roof. I remember going, I've never actually looked up like my head fully, I think it was the last
Whiplash.
round, just fully
put
went
in for a
back.
claim.
But like we were talking earlier, I didn't feel any of it at the time.
Yeah.
And then the next day, and then the day after that, it all just, I felt every single punch. Felt it all.
I'd like to clarify something to the viewers as well.
Well, here we go.
Before we start.
Oh, it sounds like, when a celebrity apologises for on
It's
news
just, you'd probably see I have half a tooth at the minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
who did it? Who do I need to speak to?
I would like to say it was sparring and it was a tough man thing. I got in with no gum shield and it was just hard, but I was shouting at my dog and this tooth hit my bottom tooth and just...
How loud were you shouting?
I was so angry. See my dog, he's a psychopath.
Yeah, so are you if you shout loud enough that your tooth pops out. I think the dog's the issue.
But he was going mad at some kids out in the footpath who were walking past the house, and he was in the front garden going mad, and I was trying to get him in. I was chasing him around like a lunatic. And I was screaming, get on! And then that tooth hit that tooth, and it was camp as a warden, so they just...
Right. Speak to Paddy Barnes, Grant you dental, you get you a discount code.
Listen, don't you just listen to them. It's Emerald.
Everyone from the West, Jimmy.
Dentist.
Everyone from the West has to have like a dentist.
John Hockey, Sport and Smile. He's the man. Get on him. He's unbelievable. He's fixing us tomorrow. He's straight on the ball.
Wait a couple of days where you point to your mouth and go, he's the best.
He's got me in his house tomorrow. He's like...
That's where he does it from?
No, he does it in Dublin, but I'm not going to Dublin.
He has like a dentist thing
He's
at
a
his back.
dentist back.
Hold on, he's a dentist in Dublin, but he'd see you in his house?
He has dentistry in his house. So he's the goat.
Yeah.
He's the man.
That's nuts doing that. That's very West Belfast. To go to a guy's house and he's a dentist.
He's a culty,
Right.
Culty man, but he's a lovely guy.
Will that affect you? No,
it doesn't hurt one bit.
Right.
But sure,
It actually makes you look harder.
they're getting fixed tomorrow, so it's just.
I think you should chip all your teeth. That's good. That would put your opponent off.
Here, so wait there, are you like coming out screaming at your dog now in front of all kids in the street? Did I think you're?
Oh,
you're
like
that
old
age?
fella.
What
Yeah,
age
you're
are
that
you?
older fella. Like, the way
I'm
you
an old
dress
man.
and all.
I've got a herb garden out the back, fucking growing plants.
That'll be investigated.
Chasing your dog in your nightrobe.
Hey, it's a herb garden.
Well, listen.
How old?
The totes out.
What are you shooting? Are you nothing better about? What are you showing? What are you shooting here for?
Stop torturing my dog.
Old man
I
McKenna.
try and be the cool guy in the street, and I let the wee kids run around. Like I see them climbing over fences. They shoot me going over, and I'm like, what's happening, lads?
From the place.
Actually,
Do you go and buy them carrots?
see one of them. I beat the fuck out of you, mate. And I said, and I was like,
You're the worst guy to say that to.
no. There is kid anyone. You probably would. And he said, I would beat you. I beat the fuck out of you. And this guy's only 8 or 9. They're young kids, and I went, you probably would, man. He said, I would. I said, but I beat the fuck out of your dad, so get him round. And he was like, you wouldn't beat my dad. I said, fuck him, we beat him. Get him round here now.
Just tell him to Google Tyrone McKenna, Kieran Bartlett, punch. That's all.
They all
he needs
know
to
me,
see.
like they know I'm a boxer and everything,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just they're wee bastards. Like they are wee bastards. And every day they say, can I get tickets to your fight? And there's actually slag me. There's one day, although there's loads of them. They're a wee group of. I like it. They're cool kids, but they're wee.
He's
they're wee
monitoring
street-
8-year-olds in
They're
the
wee
street.
street kids, but they're wee like messers. You see them like creating mischief.
Yeah.
But they see me one day, they're like, Tyrone, shadow box first. Do 1, 2, 3 because you're a boxer. And I went, I'm not going to do that, lads. I said, please, just 1, 2, 3. And I went, I don't know, boom, boom, boom. No, started griefing the life of me. Okay, shit. We shadow box McKenna. I get grief now about him. I get bullied by these 8-year-olds in my street.
Maybe that'd be a good tune-up fight though. Before you know the way when Tyson Fury sort of retired and then he came back, he was fighting like this wee German guy, all these wee journeymen.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you do in the next couple of weeks.
You'll see me swinging the 8-year-olds about.
Because they're doing those like 2v1 fights at the
I've
minute.
seen that, yeah.
That's the way to go. Get
you
a couple
do
of
a
these
2v1?
8-year-olds. Huh?
Would you do a TV?
It's probably the only place I could go now. Like. Because
Yeah.
I've done one-on-one, I've done it.
And
It's
you've
probably
cracked
the only
it?
place
You've
I
cracked
could
it?
go is 2v1s.
Mm.
But no, listen. That chapter in my life is done.
Is it done?
You've closed it?
It's done. Sean Haggerty, the final boss, and people, local comedians in my weight.
The final boss.
What do you do now?
What do you do? Maybe go up a weight. Maybe
Challenge international opponents.
yeah.
Go on an international tour.
Paul Smith.
Yeah.
Get Paul
No,
Smith.
no way.
He does MMA.
He does
Here,
MMA.
listen. That's where you listen. That's
Oh,
You
next
can't go
step.
to MMA
Oh.
now.
Next step.
Yeah. No, I'm looking for a new sport.
transition
Badminton or
across.
something.
Bobby, no.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. Is it? What?
Fucking.
You look like a good golfer.
Yeah,
I'm
you do look like a
shit.
good
That's
golfer.
that's something I was thinking about doing, like some videos about that, because there's big money in it.
Is there?
What?
About
the
starting like
video?
a golf channel, because I'm
Okay.
shit. I used to be alright, and then years ago I played Donald Trump's course in Miami,
Did you?
and it's unreal, and I was shit, and I lost a head, so I haven't really played since. So I was thinking about going back and a video series
Journey.
following my progress to try and.
What if you never progress?
Huh?
What if you never progress?
It'll be a really sad video series.
I used to play golf when I was a kid, like just street golf, where it
Yeah.
would be in the fields and just fucking whacking
Oh,
balls.
yeah.
I was like the Andy Town Tiger Woods, as they used to call me. But that's
My granny bought me a golf bag for my 12th birthday.
No clubs.
All clubs. golf set.
there's a golf bag. Go to school. Go to school.
Big set of clubs, and every single one of my mates called me gay, so I couldn't play golf. They said dusted, and like my wee grannies come down. Are you playing the golf? No. I couldn't. What, like
Can play.
I guarantee now all the
North,
fellas play
every
golf.
kid, yeah, everyone plays golf. But yeah, they called me gay for years.
You think just getting a golf bag's like outside the realms of possibility? When I was about 10, Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas, my dad took me to look at scramblers. My dad was a motorbike racer. My cousins all into like scramblers, quads, all that kind of stuff. My dad took me to this place in the middle of nowhere to look at scramblers. And I was like, they're all amazing. I'd love to have one. No, my dad's like, Christmas coming up in a few weeks. Christmas morning, went downstairs, like scrambler gloves. You know, like big proper gloves, just specifically for going to scrambler. And the curtains were closed, and I was like, unreal. Get the curtains open. And my dad's like, I went, can I open those curtains? He's like, yeah, if you want. Open the curtains. Didn't get me a scrambler. Just got me gloves. I promise I'm not.
That is gone.
He just bought me gloves. He went, you can use them for your pushback.
Fuck's sake.
I went, you took, and years later I went, I was wild that you did that. And he's like, what? And I went, 2 weeks before you took me out to look at scramblers. He's like, oh, I didn't even think. We're just going to have a look at them. So I had the gloves, and I'm nearly sure I was wearing one of his like road racing helmets, just on my BMX, like going around the streets.
That's embarrassing.
Mm.
My dad came home one day. He worked in a bar, and he came home. Hey, I've got new school bag shoes. I walked in, and it was a school bag made of basketball. Like it was that leather basketball. Like that's what it looked like, a big school bag. And it was San Francisco, the team from San Francisco, SF. So I had to go to school with this big SF badge with a big leather bag.
Yeah.
Got grief for ages. There's big Sinn Féiner. Big Sinn Féiner. I got serious grief all year. I had to walk about this big basketball Sinn Féin bag.
On my first day of first year in new school, my ma got me a plain black Nike PE bag, look class, big duffel bag, plain black Nike, big white Nike tick on it. Woke up first day of school getting ready, grabbed my PE bag. She took a marker that the night before when I was in bed, wrote my name in the Nike tick. The worst thing, one of the worst things that ever happened to me. I'm more
Traumatic
I tried
childhood,
Tipp-Ex it out and it just made it bigger, like just drew more emphasis to it. The only thing I'll say about the comedians boxing is we've only found out a couple of days ago.
Thought you weren't going to speak about this again.
Yes, but I'm about to turn.
Are
I'm
you
about to
revealing
thank you.
something
I was
here?
actually sorry,
Someone on
Tyrone.
Peds?
I was actually about to thank you. I was going to say the only thing I was going to say is we found out how much raised, 32 grand, which is nearly double from last year. And I want to thank you both for playing a big part in it because you agreed out of your own time to coach one of the teams, and then selfishly you took a fight. But you did do a load of sessions with the team, and then Jamie, your commentary, and like you and Dave Elliott, they're new on deck.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Oh, was it? That was good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You and Dave were brilliant.
Some risky talking about, but it
Oh,
was,
100%.
a lot of risky.
Portland,
But
yeah.
it was
was great.
It was great. You were brilliant.
I
Why?
just kept looking at the lads. Says, are we going to get cancelled? Just kept giving us the thumbs up.
I think Dave should commentate like
Yeah, he's very good.
on
Oh no, he's very
actual
good.
fights.
Yeah, he is good.
Very good.
And he had his wee suit on though.
Yeah,
That was great.
And he
But,
was like reading. He had his notes and
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get a
yeah.
bit of a backstory. But
I enjoyed it. I watched it on the live stream, obviously, and you said you were going to give me a link for free, but I paid for
We
it.
actually couldn't.
Paid for
Dan, isn't that right?
it.
I paid for it the next day, and I haven't watched it.
Oh.
Haven't watched it. The link expired. I've not watched it.
You
Can't watch
paid
it back.
for your own show, so
I
you
paid
got the
for
money
it.
back.
I paid for it to watch it the next day,
But you got the money back
and I couldn't watch it.
because you paid for it and it went into your bank account.
It doesn't go in.
So it doesn't.
22 of that 32 grand went into my bank account. Not all of it.
Oh, sorry, forgot it was for Charlie.
How was Thailand?
Lethal, I needed it. Do you know what? Because I retired in January and I had quite a bit of time off, so I went up to about 82 kilo.
Sorry, see, just to set up you coming out of retirement, did you say to him, I've got this fight? Or did you just say, get me
No,
get me
no,
a fight?
I wanted a fight. I would see the retirement. I was depressed. I wasn't happy. I was 82 kilos, really fucking heavy. I was fat. I was unfit. I was just sitting. Like I thought when I was fighting, I was missing a lot. Like everyone, all my mates are all going doing stuff, fun and all that shit. And when I retired, I was just sitting in the gap by myself with Beamish, my dog. And,
I should point out that's his dog.
and my kids were in
Curtain cans.
school all day. My mates were in work. My missus.
The 8-year-olds were in school.
Yeah, the 8-year-old bullies were in school.
No one to play with in the street.
There's Tyrone in the playground again.
Do you know what it was like?
He's coming out.
I was like that wee meme of
You called their door and all.
the wee meme of
Ask your mummy, can you raise your back to death?
but anyway, I was
I just picture all these wee 8-year-olds sitting on his wall. Lads.
they're bullies. I'm getting bullied. But
Tyrone asking his wife if he can stay. Please.
Just stay at the 9 o'clock at night, lads.
when the street
Kids know
lights come on,
fun
you need to
sleep
come
well.
back in. But no, like everyone, I was just lonely. I was just bored, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is shit. And then I said to Jimmy, you know what? I feel like I need to come back and not even for that. I get diagnosed with ADHD during my retirement. Was getting a lot worse because I wasn't trained. I wasn't eating healthy, and I went to one of the meetings, and they were like,
An ADHD meeting.
yeah,
Is it 1-on-1? Or is
Yeah,
it
well,
a
it
group?
was just
I
this
hardly want to
company.
wait as a group. Like, you're all there, standing in a lane. Who goes first? Whoa, I'm first.
Everyone cut out. Everyone.
Hey.
So,
What is 1-on-1?
so,
6 of them, they're all going to get paranoid. Panicking. Who's he talking to?
so, I was. They were like, look, you need to start. You need to start eating clean. You need to start maybe.
Oh, is it that? A lot of it that?
A lot of that. You need to start eating clean. You need to start training again. It's good for your mental. You need to get maybe a routine of bedtime, a routine for when to eat, and all this shit. I was waiting on the pulling out a mask, and it was Jamie Conlan sitting. I was like, so you're just telling me I have to go back to camp? And then I just went, Jamie, I think for my health, I fucking just need to get back in the training.
The
Like,
doctor.
I'm still young. Kakashi won the world title. I was like, he's 35 years older than me. And I always looked up, me and Kakashi lived in the same street, so I always looked up to Kakashi. And I was like, if he's still doing it, fuck it, I could still do it. And I said, Jimmy, I fucking told him my idea to come back. And he was like, look, I've got a few names if you want to come back and spat a few names at me. And I was like, I want to fight Moon. He's like, Tyrone, that's a hard fight. That was one of your hardest fights of your career.
Initially, he said at the start, like, I want to just break in one an easy one, no there, and then he said, I want to fight my moon.
And
That's the ADHD coming.
Jamie was like, I don't know, that's a tough
Because
fight.
normally people would have a few tune-up fights, wouldn't they? Like if you get a few journeymen.
You got, so you were doing the City Hall thing.
I heard,
retirement.
right? I heard that's you obviously announced your retirement, and then you were like, I'm thinking about reversing this quickly, but you had an event
City
set
Hall
up at
event.
City Hall
Yeah,
to
yeah,
honour
yeah.
your career,
That's
so
it.
you couldn't
Yeah.
come out of
I
retirement
couldn't come out of
because you'd agreed
retirement
to
for
that.
That was
Yeah.
right.
Because
Before
he'd signed up for chicken goujons and cocktail sandwiches. That's what we were saying on the day. I was like, okay, this is what you wanted to do, chicken goujons and cocktail sausages, and all standing around looking at each other like dickheads. And we walked in, Tommy was like, what did he get offered like for that? Because he got offered a fight and he went, I can't.
Right.
I have to go to City Hall. I've given my word I'm going to
But
retire to
that's
City Hall.
my ADHD coming out. I couldn't say, like, it was too awkward to say no. And I said, right, I'll just do this retirement. I'll give it a month. And then I'll come back. And so obviously Jamie he's like, look, I sure you want Moon? I said, my Moon or nobody. I want Moon. Because after the first fight, there was a lot of controversy. It beat him by a point. I believe it did win, but
Where did you fight last time?
York Hall.
London. And he called it a hometown decision. I don't know how.
Was there bad blood in like the lead up to it? Like
No, he was friendly enough.
After
After.
it was heavy. Like,
It was
in the-
heavy.
you
in
won
the-
by a point, and he was going, I won
Mental.
that.
But you know what the thing is? I believe I won the first 5 rounds. I just nicked him, and the next 4 rounds he battered me. Like I was fucking hurting, but I was never down. So it was 10-9 rounds still. So he won the next 4 rounds. It's 5-4 to me. Whoever wins the last round, I would have given it to, and I won the last round. So I give it to me 6-4. But I can see why people say it because they get battered 4 rounds. So they're thinking he got battered.
Yep.
So that I can see where they're coming from. But it's a fight I've always wanted to revisit. I think it's a blemish on my record because a lot of fans did say I got beat. And I said, fuck it, I fight for the fans. So it's a fight I want. It's a fight I got.
How's his career gone since then? Moon?
He went to America and then he was up and down a wee bit there. So
He got robbed against me. And then he went to America and had a fight, and he got robbed again. I watched the fight, and he went mental. His hand got raised, and all, and they went, oh, sorry, wrong person won. And he went fucking crazy again. I went, God love him.
but even in your fight, there was like a confusion on who won because he just did this big mad jump.
Yeah, jump like he'd won.
So when it said and the new, because both of
there's
us a
nothing
vacant
worse
belt
than
or something,
that.
wasn't there, on the lane? So it was on the new. He jumped and ran and jumped on the
Yeah.
ropes, and
I feel awkward when any of them put their, at the final bell when both boxers put their hands up. I'm like, one of you is going to be
yeah, but
not winning this year.
But a lot of people would have put it up just as a bravado of, I definitely think I won that. And then they can say it was a robbery after.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think ever a close fight can ever be called a robbery.
Yeah.
Because a close fight's a close fight. Like
Yeah,
a robbery, Sean McComb.
Yes.
That's a
yes,
robbery.
yes.
But a close fight.
I was
going
getting
your
in
way.
Sean's head at 5-a-side yesterday.
Were you?
Yeah, because we were on the same team. We were losing at one point. We were playing against Dan and his team. And I was like, oh, they were saying Barbosa won it. Trying to get in Sean McComb's head. They were like, they said Barbosa won all day long.
So Were you in McComb's team?
Yeah. But I was trying to motivate him.
Of course you were. He's
You know,
your idol, you
I
know.
was like, oh yeah, he's my sporting hero.
He really is. I think it's madness.
Shane just picks teams of all his friends, his favourite friends in one team. Doesn't matter who else is playing. He
It's
just
when
like
me
that
and Jamie haven't got
schoolyard
called up
thing,
yet.
pick,
It's
he's
a
like
bit hurtful.
it's like it's his birthday party and his dad allows him to pick the teams. That's what it's like every time.
Sean is my sporting hero.
I know it. I
Thank
can
you.
tell.
He can play football. He's a good
He's
footballer. isn't
brilliant. He's really good. He's best football. See personally, not to blow smoke. He's best footballer in the world, and that's just what I think. He's brilliant.
Oh, fuck me.
So the ADHD thing. So that did you always know that?
No, I just knew I was weird. I just knew I was weird, and I just put it down as being a weird person. He know, like everyone around me knows I'm
No,
weird.
I was convinced. We lived together and trained together in Marbella in Glasgow, and I was 7 Paddy Barnes, and he says, that fucker's never turned the lights on his life. Off. See, every night we're going to bed, throwing bolts, went up the stairs. I went, he's afraid of the dark. I remember ringing my missus and all back
Oh
home.
no.
Tyrone McKenna's afraid of the dark.
There's this
I'm scared
conspiracy.
to say this to him. I think he's really afraid of the dark. So me and Paddy sat back one night and when we were staying in Glasgow, and right, we head to bed. Yep, whoom, he's up the stairs. Right, then one day next night we went, right, go upstairs first, then say, right, I'm way to bed, lads. He didn't turn the lights off. I'm like, what's going on with this guy? Like,
See if I'm Mamoon, I'm having it in my contract, I'd be like, as many lights off in SSE as we can get.
but then it's,
He spread the rumor. Everyone's scared of dark. Everyone thinks I'm scared of dark now.
I send in the group chats here, Tyrone McKenna's scared of the dark.
But the thing is, I'm not. I just don't turn off or turn on anything. Like if the lights are off, I'll just leave them on.
You're
Or on.
scared of the dark.
ADHD, yeah.
But I kind of always knew I had something wrong with me, and then I got diagnosed. And, like it all makes sense now.
Right.
Like I'm easier irritable. I can't
Stand on cue.
can't stand queues. I get anxiety if I'm late for anything. Like if I have to be like half an hour early for everything.
Yeah, my alarm went and you went. What am I late for?
I get a lot of anxiety about a lot of things. But see, to be honest, I get on tablets and shit. I was like, fuck that. I don't want to get on tablets. I've made it this far without it, so I'll just fucking live with. I think training helps a lot, so I'm just gonna
Routine? Is
stick to
routine good for you?
Stick to routine and stay away from cues.
Did you have any, when he said he wanted to get back at it, do you have any reservations at all? If when someone makes a
We
decision,
met
that
2 or 3 times, like for a coffee, just to see why, and just kind of get a feeling of where he's at. I had a look at him as well. He was out of shape, like
Oh,
he was out of shape.
how much would you say you put on?
It was like he walked down the street.
I was so I fed at 63.5.
Right.
And I was 82 kilos, so that's
But you would never have got to even the 82 kilo
No, never.
out of camp. You
ever.
would
So
always be.
I'd normally be about 74 kilo out of camp.
Yep.
And then I went up to 82 and I was a mess, a big fat face, big belly on me. I have a picture. I'm going to stick up in Fight Week. But and I'm down to 68 about now.
Oh,
so,
right, okay.
So I've lost a lot of weight. I think Thailand was a big help for that because I needed because I'm in retirement, I needed something to shock the system. So I went out to Thailand, I was roasting. It was fucking perfect for diet. It was perfect. It was, you were just immersed in boxing and immersed in training. So it wasn't like I was going down to Dublin and coming up the weekend, sneaking a wee chocolate bar or anything. It was just strict as fuck for 3.5 weeks. And I needed a wee kick up a hole. Got home, was later, was fitter. And I'm down in Dublin, stay Monday to Thursday.
What's the furthest you've got? When you were boxing, what's the furthest you went for a camp?
LA.
Right.
LA.
How,
Loved
that
it,
class.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Wow.
It was good.
The stories.
Were you
of
there
LA.
together?
Yeah, we went together. Yeah.
What was your living situation?
We stayed in Hollywood, and it was not. It was because so Darry Matthews, who would be he fought for world title and stuff. He'd be pretty well known. Scouser, he stayed as well. Scousers talk shit. They always lie.
Right.
Just lies. Just so it was Christmas time. And he was like,
That was
lads. He kept saying, "Let's go to LA. We'll do this." So I booked LA and says, "Right,
Father was there?
yeah, let's go. Right, we're done. We're booked in. Everyone's going." We all forced him to book. He brought his mate. He brought his cousin as well, and we all went. Me, him, Paddy Barnes. But we had booked to LA. The coach was coming as well. Then just randomly, like a day before,
The day off?
day off. Not going, lads.
Do you think he'd even booked it?
He didn't know he didn't book
But
it.
he didn't tell his mate. He told his mate that he had booked it. His mate was planning on going on
Planning
this,
everything.
this trip.
But we get over there. He apparently had set up this all training camp in LA. Nothing was set up.
Your dad was there.
My dad came, yeah. We in have to think on our toes and go like, but it ended up being a brilliant trip.
Did you train?
Oh, we train
fuck.
twice a day, every day. But once, so we went out to the Rock Gym, where's Michael was for Manny Robles' gym, and at that time it was like heavy sparring. So you had Oscar Valdez,
You're
Jesse
killers,
Magdaleno,
I might even have shot one. that one
Timothy
out.
Bradley, all these big world champions coming to the gym to spar. So the day before, they had said, okay, Tyrone, Tyrone was supposed to spar Miguel Cotto, and we stood outside waiting to spar
Thank
Cotto
God
for
he
fucking
didn't
ages.
show up.
Who
He
was
just
like
he
pound
showed
for
up and
pound
then
one
just
of the
didn't want to
best.
spar that
I
day.
didn't want to spar that day. He said, "No, I don't want
He
to spar."
showed up in like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Fuck, I was
stuff and all
I
that.
was delighted.
Yeah.
It's a different world, like. But when we went to the sparring day, the day before, they were like kind of saying, right, who's going to be in the different weights, and they were saying, right, Tyrone, you're sparring him, Jamie, you're sparring this guy, Paddy Hing, and it said for Derry, you're going to spar Oscar Valdez and Timothy Bradley, and we had this big like, people carrier, so the whole way before it, the day before and then the day of, we're all going, you're getting knocked out. Yeah, gee, you know, like we're all like messing, but we're all because we're all going to get knocked out. But we're all putting it on him, and he's well Catholic, and so we're getting to the gym that day. He is shitting himself, fucking shitting himself. First punch, he gets chinned.
Done?
Standing up, wasn't he? Standing up there, just fucking got out.
Your man's lethal. Like, your
Oscar
man's-
Valdez was two-time world
a killer.
champion, like, but he was a lot later in Derry. And like he got out, so he got took out after one round, and we're going like, all the turn it changes to kind of sympathy and empathy. Now we're all putting our arms over him. Like, that's all right. Later on that night, he just comes in the room. I've booked a flight home. I'm going home. Just left us. We had 2 or 3 more weeks there on our own.
And was he in the middle of a pro career?
Yeah, he was at the end of a pro career.
Right,
he was
right,
fighting like Luke Campbell and Howard Davis for around about that.
What was hilarious was I was sparring this big guy, they're fucking middleweight.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm 6'1", so and no one believes my weight.
Right,
So
right.
they didn't weigh me. They said, "Here, you're sparring these 2 guys." I would look over. These 2 guys are bears. And when I sparring them, what weight are they? I said they're like middleweight, and I went, "I'm only fucking light welter." I said, "You can't be light welter. Look at the size of you." I was like, "Fuck, look at the size of my legs." And these guys are monsters. And I jumped in the ring, I was sparring him, and his dad's down my corner. He goes, "Tyrone, shoot your job, shoot." The guy turns around and goes, "My name's not Tyrone," because he was a black guy. "My name's not Tyrone." But that's what black people name. He's like, "No, but that guy is." And I went, "You're called Tyrone?" And I went, "Aye." He went, "My man, I've never heard a white man called Tyrone before."
Yeah. My dad was saying he was like giving him looks and all halfway through the spar. Like,
Reason. And then they all got pictures. We need to get a picture with White Tyrone.
That would have been my new boxing nickname, White Tyrone, for sure.
that was good crack.
But see, and then once Jamie was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have the fight," then do you approach Mamoon or do you approach him and do you?
I approached him.
He approached him, but he had a fight originally planned.
Yeah.
And Jim was like, "Look, he could possibly get beat here or hurt his hand or something. We need to get him out of this fight, or your fight's not going to happen." And he's like, "Look, I spoke to his team. They've said, no, I'd be all right, and you kind of need to edge something. You need to do something." And I was like, "Right, what will I do?" And he said, "I don't know." And I said, "Right, I know his best mate, someone I fought before, Ronald Greedo." So I said, "Fuck, I'll message Ronald Greedo and say, here, tell him to put out that fight, or he's not getting this big rematch that he wants." And I said, 2 seconds, give me your number. And I went, right, give him a number. Said, Greedo's going to phone me because he's a maniac, Greedo. The next time I get a phone call from a random number, I don't answer on numbers, and I was like, fuck that. And then again, video call it was, sorry. And I went, fuck it. I answered it. There's my moon sitting there with Greedo. And what the fuck's going on? And they don't speak English at all.
Right.
My moon just started, "Pussy, pussy, pussy."
And what do you think he meant by that?
I think he was just saying "I love you" in French. I think that's "I love you" in French. But and I started going mental at him. But I don't speak any French, so we were just screaming at each other in 2 different languages. And we agreed.
Your teeth flying everywhere.
All the 8-year-olds in the background calling the dickhead.
I'll get my matey. I'll get my matey. But he was going mad, and I was like, "Pull out your fight." And he said, "No, I'm going to win my fight. I'm going to win my fight." I know that's the only English he kind of did know. And I was like, "Pull out of fight." And he was like, "Yes, no, you dead. And I went, "Fuck yes," and I just hung up. And then he did pull out of the fight, thankfully. And the fight's on.
And has there been trash talk?
Not from him. He's
He's went really quietly.
He's a quiet man. He's not really slobbering. Obviously, I'm a boisterous man, so
He's trying not to come to the
presser.
Doesn't want to be at the presser with him.
Why?
He knows I'm going to slate the ball. So
Like usually people want to be in as early as possible, so they're accustomed to their surroundings, and he's like, no, I can't come in till 2 o'clock on Thursday. Not coming. I have an appointment. I cannot miss this appointment. Like,
what kind of appointment?
He doesn't want to be in the same room as Tyrone, I don't think.
Maybe he's injured.
No, not a chance. He's training.
He's got a sore hip.
He's training with like the French Olympic team. I'd seen
that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be back at the SSE.
Mm-hmm.
Good undercard. Mm-hmm. Is Kevin fighting on you?
Yeah. There's 2 or 3 like all Irish fights.
See, I like.
They're the best.
From your fight with Lewis, I love the atmosphere of that. I think it was great.
I don't think there's anything better than all Irish fights.
Yeah. I think we have 3
at
proper 50-50. 2 all Irish and 1 Irish for Scottish. But
because I remember from having boxers on this podcast for years, the first chat about that and me being like, just think that'll be possible. And people were going, no, probably not, or wouldn't like to. And I think it just took one big one to now.
But you could see how if you win, it's a massive platform to kind of.
I've actually had 6 all Irish fights, or 5.
Right.
I'm the Irish scalper except for the last fight. Yeah. Well, just ignore that one. Yeah, but no, I love Irish fights. I think there's always it's more pride on lane, more at stake. So I love having them. I'm always up. Even I've had massive fights, but I'm more up for the fucking Heart of the Ireland fights. Yeah.
I remember because we were the night of the comedians boxing, we were going to the Clayton for coffee before it, and you think it's all because I mentioned the boxing again.
only joking. Do you know why I get slate on my podcast? Because I talk about boxing. Like I had Mickey Bartlett on it last week, and he was talking about comedy boxing because I was talking about boxing. Someone wrote me, Tyrone never fucks up about he's a boxer. I'm a fucking boxer talking about boxing. What do you want me to say? Go ahead.
But just before I went 2-0, we were going over to the Clayton and we were going to get a coffee and undefeated. But we were going over there.
Of the night.
And I thought the way fights would get organized. I see you and Mick in like a conference room and you bring the fighters in, you sit them down, you're like, here's who you're going to... Literally, we walked over there. Kevin's like... We're crossing the road, Dublin Road, and he's like, Jamie, have I an opponent yet or whatever? And you're like, yeah, it's this guy. Remember, and Kevin's like, all right, okay. And I was like, how's that just done as casual as that? But I suppose when you know everyone,
we had 1 or 2 different people that we were talking to, like for Kevin, and just trying to build something in, and so he knew it was either 1 or the 2. They were happy with either, and so
is he any guy from Finland?
Finnish guy, a bit heavier than him.
Was he Finnish?
Yeah, he's Finnish. Yeah,
he's no Finnish. He's 28.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be finished next Saturday.
Yeah,
but
he's a bit bigger than Kevin. He's natural midweight.
Finnish boxers, is it?
No. They're not known for their boxing.
The fight that everyone's talking about at the minute on a non-professional basis is the fight, the Andy Malone Chris Suter fight. I am invested to the point where I was messaging Tommy going, I need that podcast now. And he's like, it's not ready, it's coming out next week. Like, give me the link.
There was a bit of disruption in the backgrounds of them, so there's a lot of editing needing to get done, and there was a lot of shouting over each other and stuff, so it won't be ready until mid next week probably. But
I love it.
Because
I'm not involved now, I can enjoy it. You know,
it was entertaining. Their own was a lot of mad talk.
The clips were very good. Like I was just sitting on the toilet, just watching them, going like,
"Yeah, do you know what?
More."
But they're big weight difference. We weighed them after because during the thing they were Andy Nolan was, we're the same weight. I don't know what accent that was. So sorry, Andy, you did not sound like that one.
Sounds like any American actor playing an Irish character.
Yeah. I was Brad Pitt.
We're the same weight.
But anyway, saying we're the same weight, and she's like, no, you're heavier than me. So we weighed them after. Andy is a lot heavier than him, like a lot heavier. Yeah. He's like 2 stone on him.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, so it's a Suter has balls of burn.
What is the God and Devil aspect?
I don't
of it
know.
all?
I don't know, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And
I-
this is like, is this the first? So this is your fight, kind of.
No, nothing to Michael. Nothing
All right.
to do with me. I said to Mick, I want nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with it. We were driving one day in the car. I could hear Andy Malone on the thing. When he put the phone, I said, "Nope, don't ask me a question about it. Just figure it all out. You'll get there in the end." But,
You've nothing to do with this.
no. Jeez, it seems insane. Like,
Because this is like, it feels, obviously you look at the Misfit stuff and you go, when people locally get into characters, let's just say, and people that they follow, they really get into it.
yeah.
And then you've got a few of these guys having a fight. Paddy McDonald's part of it as well. But you and Tommy are really good at just like that
Winding
kind of the
people
gloves
up,
are
yeah.
off kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna it's an entertaining one.
but when
definitely.
you had them in the gym and you were recording that, is that real? Like, is there?
I think so. I think it is real.
He's trying to get into Burnett as well or something. I see Burnett even getting
Well,
involved.
Burnett
like.
was there, and I thought it was going to kick off so that because Andy Malone and Burnett have had beef.
Yes.
Because Andy Malone was a bit disrespectful.
I saw a video Ryan Burnett put out where he was like, "Forget all that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
like
beat
beef
the
stuff.
fuck
Come
out
and
of
see
you."
me, and I'll come to you."
And Ryan Burnett was serious about that, and
I wouldn't think he'd be. And I actually, I've maybe said hello to Ryan a couple of times. I don't know him. I know his career. I don't know him. But I thought he was like really like a real quiet guy and would be really like. Oh,
It is out of context. For
it
him,
is out of context. But
just,
I think if you disrespect a boxer, they are going to fucking.
especially, I think sometimes some people will wind you up, and Andy can try and wind you up.
But I was expecting a wee bit of fireworks when they walked in, and Ryan Burnett was ready for it because I was talking to him. And he's like, "I'm waiting for Andy to say something." Andy didn't say nothing. I actually tried in the head-to-head. Incorporate it. I was like, "So you're actually not just fighting for yourself; you're fighting for your coach over there. He's got people." And then and your mate, and then Andy just started slagging his mate Nico. He just avoided Ryan Burnett.
Yeah.
And Brian Burnett was I think he was disappointed he didn't get abused.
It's one of those ones that'll
ready.
be just interesting on the night to see if they can stick to what they learned.
Is there comedians also involved in it as well?
Yeah.
Paddy's fighting.
Just Paddy.
Just Paddy, I think.
What's the guy he's like fighting?
So it's Owen Mallon who runs
I
bear
actually
competitions.
he's never fought before, so I don't know what he's like at all.
Big guy, like
I
He's
look
a big
big
guy.
guy.
looks like he'd have like farmer strength.
Yeah,
You know, like
Yeah.
culchy
he
strength,
does.
big hands.
That's
I'd
what
say.
I said. He's
Birthing calves
yeah.
since he was no age.
So I don't know what the crack.
I tried to get Emmons to win each other, but they were nice to each other, to be honest.
Yesterday, we were playing five-a-side. Sean McComb, Paddy, a load of comedians, and we were chatting about boxing.
Why do you always have to mention Sean?
And it's not like Sean. You're saying Paddy, like we know there's about 500 fucking Paddies.
Paddy
and then-
McDonald, Paddy
okay.
McDonald,
Okay.
and
Is
Sean.
Paddy playing, huh?
Yeah, he's playing.
Is he any good?
Paddy is good, yeah.
Is he, yeah?
Yeah. He played football years ago. I think he's like his gout affects his knees or
He's
something.
good.
He's gout.
Does he?
Yeah. I didn't know.
I
didn't
like
know.
just old women.
It sounds like I thought it was like a medieval thing.
no.
It sounds like something you get in the trenches. But yeah, he has gout, and we were talking about boxing after this like celebrity card, if you want to call it that, influencer boxing, whatever, and Paddy's basically like he goes dangerous. He goes, you have a load of people who just like they think they're boxers, and then he got into his Porsche with his Dagger boxing t-shirt.
But there was some good boxers. Well, some good comedians. Like you could see there was a wee bit of like potential.
It was just hard to just. The reason I haven't watched it back is because I feel like everything I learned and tried to work on went out of the window.
Well,
Now,
you
in
know
my
what's
head,
back?
no. I feel like it went out. I feel like everything like in terms of style and technique went out of the window after. Now I may be wrong. After 10 seconds,
That's
so I
fine.
don't want to watch.
Was that the best shape you've ever been in your life?
Yeah.
What I loved,
Because you actually did look in like.
Hey, he's
genuinely
bigger,
sleep.
but like
I loved this.
I was solid.
I laughed when it happened. Him doing a backhand.
I didn't know you weren't allowed to do it. I threw a punch
When
and
have you
missed,
ever
and then
heard?
I'm away
When have
back.
you ever seen a boxer go up, boom, big handback set?
I didn't know you couldn't do it.
On
And
the
then-
night,
oh.
was the guy is he homosexual?
James McKegney, yeah. And what's
Okay.
funny about that is Dave texted me. I text Dave and I went, how was commentary? It seemed like it went great. And he went. He was the only weird thing about it is Jamie. We're talking about James, and Dave was making a thing innuendo about James and about James being gay, and then Dave was like, Jamie just kept referring to James as, inverted commas, a homosexual. Like, we talk about gout being a medieval thing. I don't think anyone said the phrase homosexual since 1996.
No, but like, without him being disrespectful to homosexual, he doesn't look like a homosexual, a gay guy. Like, he doesn't. And I thought these are messing this fella about, big beard, hurry back, usually, and he could have a wee go, and it was like,
yeah.
And it was
Jamie,
Willie Thompson kept
Google
saying
bears.
well,
if you don't think he looks gay.
I seen it. I was like, then I realised he's been in a ring or two.
Yeah. Yeah. He was.
So I've got my big live next week as well. I want to promote that in this.
Big
next week, 2 weeks.
August
Whiskey and White Live.
Yeah.
I like that you're doing it now before we talk about that in the boxing gym. I think it looks great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't start off in the boxing.
By the way, did anyone see my reflexes there? There was a noise and I straight away. Also, by the way, you're not allowed to do, just so you know,
backhand.
for SSE, you're not allowed to throw a backhand.
Okay.
And also the ref was telling me you're not allowed to hold the back of someone's head guard and punch him in the head.
Were you doing that as well?
But yeah.
You're a
He
dirty
goes,
fighter.
no holding. What do you
You're a
mean? He's
dirty
like, he
fighter.
held his head and punched him.
The two girls, the second fight, they were brilliant.
Heather and Rachel was a great
They
fight.
were brilliant.
It was a great fight.
Like, I was very impressed.
They were kind of like me and Sean in that they're good friends, and then you going into it, let's just go for it, and then they'll be fine after. And they were well matched.
Was there any real animosity with anyone?
Paddy and Mickey's fight went up and down in the run up to it.
Did it?
Yeah. They both have said that. Like in the run up to it, they were like, "Fuck him," and then on the night, I think both of them were saying, like, in the ring when the referee was giving them the wee safety talk beforehand, they were both looking at each other like,
Oh, we were not mates.
No, it changed.
Okay.
And then after the fight, they were great with each other.
They were very good as well, you could tell.
But they had a long build up because that almost carried on from last year.
That's
Straight
it.
away after last year, it was like, you two need to fight. So that had been like brewing for a year almost. Like,
Yeah.
so
Paddy had felt like he let himself down last year, but I thought this year he was very good. Like,
he was
very
by
good.
far the most improved. Like,
Yeah.
and I think Mickey was surprised by that.
Yeah.
You know, but he Paddy's put so much work in, and he still is for this next
He's
fight.
5.5 stone he lost.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Did he, eh?
Mm.
No, they were very good.
Yeah.
It's every year you can see improvements in
Yeah.
the lads who are trying it and ladies, like, so.
But we need something different. We're thinking about trying stand up. Doing like a stand up night.
Should really do one with
Will you keep
boxers.
it going? I know you're retired now, and
Well,
you're probably
me and
you're
Sean
looking at
McCollum are probably
international.
going to keep some sort of training going. No,
Okay.
I will.
But will you keep the actual comedy boxing night going?
I think it probably needs to take a break for a year.
Okay.
Just to build up the interest in it again. It's too much of a time commitment for everyone, I think.
Yeah, it is a very. Yeah, it's 10 weeks of
Extreme.
training.
And
like-
it's 5 nights a week, isn't it? You're trying to invest
Doing
into
so.
it.
Well, I was like, at the time, everyone was sort of underplaying how much we were training. It was in July, and I was training hard since October. And Sean Hegarty was nearly the same, like. So
Yeah.
it was just too much. It was too much. I'd happily, if everyone demands to do it again, I would help organise it, but I won't take part.
Why,
Definitely not.
Willie Thompson, would he ever fight anyone?
Well, he can't because
Why?
he couldn't get clearance to do it because he has cerebral palsy.
Ah.
It affect
I thought you were going to say gout.
he cock out off Paddy doing mudblood. He has brain damage. That's what that condition is.
Shit, okay.
He's like,
No.
and I was like, if you already have it,
But the amount of people
But it's not
probably
like
would
a-
love to punch him would be
Willie?
a long list, I would say.
Willie would be a wild card.
Though
Willie,
him
Well,
as a
Willie can
him as a
box.
ring card girl.
Willie can box.
Willie done a spar in our gym and he was very good.
he's a
but
determined wee
He
bastard.
actually was timing shots where not anyone else
had he
there.
ever done it before?
He had years ago, but even to join a club, they
you
wouldn't
could-
let
yeah,
him.
you health and
Doctor
safety,
wouldn't
yeah,
let
yeah,
him.
wouldn't pass
They
it.
tried to, but he's tough. Like
Yeah.
you could get in. I did a bit of sparring with him, and a couple of times I was like catching him, being like, "Oh shit, sorry." He's like, "No, I fucking love that." He gets a wee bit turned on by it, which is the alarming thing. You know, you hit him, he's like, "Whoa."
But as a ring card, no one could ever match
He's
what
too
he
good
does.
doing
that. He's so
Like,
good
that
at it.
is
Good at doing
unbelievable.
that.
Like
Yeah.
I would love him to do our show.
See the way he got
Like the
crowd.
way he slides under the ropes
And then he
his
runs-
belly is running
Now,
around
to
the
be
He
ring.
runs
fair.
from one thing, goes, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
To be
Would
fair,
that be?
I think you should do it.
he paid
I think
for it.
TV would fucking No, they will not.
Would they hate it?
Get him off the airwave.
Yeah.
No,
it would be Marmite. Like it
Yeah.
works at our event, but
you wouldn't be allowed. Like 12-year-old kids wouldn't be allowed to watch that.
your mates couldn't
yeah.
see it.
That's all my mates ban.
No, but he would be
He
class.
pays for it physically, like the after it.
Yeah.
Because
That
he's
night
rolling.
he was in horrendous shape and felt like shit.
He was getting drunker as the night goes on. Too, and he's like
and then
getting
it's just
more
all
sleazy.
all caught up with him at the time. But he loves it, like, and he, you know, Dave and you doing commentary, him doing that, Keezy hosting it, Tommy, Ryan McMullen sang at the start. It all
Yeah,
just
it's very
like
good, like.
it's a good package, like so. I think it maybe needs to take a break for a year.
You don't want to oversaturate it, the market, like, but it is
Yeah.
it is really good.
And are you like the way you're not anything to do with this? I say, part of me feels like it sounds disrespectful to say influencer boxing because that word sounds like you're almost slagging someone. Let's call it celebrity boxing. Is your policy like you wouldn't do any of that, or is it just that one in particular, or you
Nah,
just want to
just-
concentrate on professional?
It would take a lot of time. Like I know
Right.
the time that's put into it, and you're going.
Yeah.
But that, like Andy sells well. Like he does sell himself really well. But he would do my head in.
Yeah.
Like, having to speak to him every day would really do my
Troll busters. Would you like to be the most powerful man in boxing? No, but being serious.
Who, Andy Malone?
No, you.
Nah, fuck it. That's not. I like to be behind the scenes, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I prefer being in the shadows.
because they're chilling the way.
Fucking Batman.
The Batman of boxing.
What the fuck? Where did that come from? I've never thought about that in my life.
The wee ninja of boxing. I don't know. I stay in the shadows.
Would you like to do like the way Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren did that 5 versus 5 in Saudi
Yeah, that'd be
Arabia?
class,
Would
yeah.
you like? Is there like another
You pit your best
Irish?
five.
Is there like a promoter down south?
There's a few.
Do
Like,
Weezer do?
yeah, there's a few. But
I like that. I like stuff like that.
But we would do a lot of them kind of fights anyway. So this card here, it has 3, as I said, 50-50 would be 5v5 kind of fights. So at this level, and it really resonates with the locals. So that's why the ticket sales just went really well. It's a small card, but it's grew really well, and that's why we had to go to the SSE for it, because there is a lot of interest, as you said, about the local guys fighting each other, being the best in your city or best in your
And I
country.
think those fights are so good because you can plan them better because that he's perfectly matched with him.
Yeah.
That'll be a good
Yeah.
fighter. They sparred years ago and it was brilliant. Whereas sometimes it's an unknown. Like your fight's going to be great because you fought him before, so
Yeah.
that's a guaranteed good
There's
fight.
2 rematches like that. Tyrone and Mamoon was a fantastic fight, and it really will be the same thing. And then Rudy Farrell against Jared Hughes, both are from Northern Ireland. So they had a draw the last time, which was very controversial.
Right.
So and they're not holding back in the build up. So I'm looking forward to fight week with them too.
Do you want to go again quickly after this, or do you have to ease yourself back into it with a break? But then because you've been away, you want to just jump
We
in.
need to see how the fight goes first. I mean, it could be the first one was a fucking war. So
First one you can move for a while.
that's
Remember
fucked.
after
That
the
was
round?
fucked the next day. So
After the first, I always remember after the first one, the local promoter who was there leading, there was about 50 Frenchmen around him just screaming at him, screaming at him, screaming at him, and he was like standing like
Are you?
No,
Oh,
because they were,
right.
we went back into the hotel and Tyrone is like just sitting like that. I think you had a pint and trainers there and stuff, and all these French are just flying around the hotel looking to kill someone.
it's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. It was my sweetest victory.
Is there another All Ireland fight that you could have? Weight wise, who would make sense?
Listen, one thing I said to Jamie when I came back was I don't want to be fed to fucking wee hungry lands. I know, like, I'm 34, not old. I want established boxing. I want to fight people that are there or already been there.
Yep.
I don't want to fight these people that are like 7 and 8 that are hungry and lethal and fresh. I want to fight people still class, like Mamoon's still unbelievable, but people that have either been there or are there.
Yeah.
I don't want to be people that are chasing.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be used as a pawn.
Stepping stone.
Stepping stone. And so the people in Ireland, if there is people maybe they're stepping, I'm going to be used as a stepping stone. I'm not. I'd still think I would beat them.
Yeah.
But does it interest me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It has to have commercial value in the fight.
And you have to pay me. If you want to progress yourself off my name, pay me very, very well, and I'll consider it.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not a direct challenge to me because I'm not considering.
It's podcast wars.
I still.
Like you were saying, them, you want to progress yourself.
You're like
sweat coming off his hands there.
So wait, like no, I was like after the fight last year in a bar. Tommy was like, "You should do the novices," and I went no. And after one more drink, I went, "When do we? when do we do that? Where do we do that? Would you like to do like, say after this, and there's a couple more? Then say there was a guy in like a YouTube guy.
I'd love to do a YouTube one.
Yeah, I'd be great.
I would love to just beat the fuck out of Jake Paul.
I think you would fit well into the YouTube world.
I'm a YouTuber anyway. I'm on the YouTube. So
what weight is Jake Paul? Is he heavy?
He's way heavier than me, but that's the thing. So I'm a good boxer, so I'll go way up.
But
the
you
weights
would kill
and
him.
fight
You would kill him.
See if I was offered, I would definitely do it. I see Nate Diaz now wants to fight in boxing. I'd fight him. I'd love to fight them kind of people because they're big names. They're getting well paid and they aren't real boxers.
Yeah, I want people like them to start fighting real boxers.
boxers.
MMA fighters, okay, I get it. They are fighters, but they're not specifically boxers.
Yeah.
But you just batter anybody like
I
that.
think I'd batter Jake Paul. I definitely.
But
do.
of course you would.
Definitely.
Surely in my, but that's outside looking in opinion.
He'll never do it. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's picking MMA fighters are big names. The comp box that don't have the striking in MMA, so they're good wrestlers. Oh, let's get him in boxing, and then they're beating him, and it's a smart move to do because he's looking well. He's actually improving a lot. Sorry, since the first fight to now, he's fucking looking brilliant.
Yeah.
So he has the right team around him, and he's smart. So, but I would love to fight something like that.
Would the dream for you to be organised a fight at Casement?
Aye. A class.
How good? Like just for boxing, I think it would be.
It'd be unreal.
Like you put on a Belfast card there.
Casement definitely happening.
I'm not sure.
It seems like they say yes.
It seemed all
and then they
systems
go.
were going.
Actually,
And then it
because
seemed,
like the Euros is supposed to be, and
is the Euros happening in Casement or no?
Supposed to be 5 matches. Can't see it.
alright, but imagine like just footballers strolling about.
Be brilliant.
It'd be unbelievable.
But local boxers, fight, especially from the West, fighting there, that would be
unbelievable.
iconic.
Like the Falls Park was special. Like them nights in the Falls Park.
I'll be making a comeback when this Casement's built. We old man.
62.
I'm back. My moon.
But do you think like the comedian stuff could transpire into this Misfits world, or?
I'd say that people that have been.
I think
doing
they're not far
could.
off it. You know,
I think they could. Like maybe not headline. In fact, definitely not headline. But because you look at these YouTubers doing this, we've never heard of them.
Yeah.
But they've
Millions.
500 million.
Tyrone's mates, the 8-year-olds have all heard
Yeah,
of them.
but they would. You know what I mean? But we don't know them, so we're probably like
They aren't
profile
my
wise.
bullies. I don't know where he's getting friends from. They bully me.
Profile wise, we're there. They're probably there.
Yeah.
So you could be on an undercard of a fight like that.
Aye.
I'm sure it would be possible, but you would have to almost. I'd have to put comedy on the back burner to go do that.
do
That
it.
would have to be your focus.
Do you know what's fucking most random thing in the world the last week is Speed running about for Mana. Do you know Speed?
So
Remember?
yes.
I show Speed. He's called. He's got like fucking 20.
Actually, I think he's very
followers.
entertaining.
He is.
Don't get me wrong. I see probably like you. I see some clips. I don't know.
That's why I
what he
don't
does,
follow him. But
he's funny.
He literally has a guy just follows him 24/7 streaming him.
But that's their
he's in
life,
Fermanagh.
isn't it? That's,
And he's in
Why
Fermanagh.
was he in Fermanagh?
No one knows.
Don't know.
He picked Fermanagh in Ireland just,
He was slabbering at kids.
and I just run about being the maniac.
I seen him playing Gaelic. I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, he's running about Pog Mahol just to everyone he sees. He thinks Pog Mahol means hello or something. Pog Mahol. Pog Mahol.
And do you watch him on YouTube or anything?
No, it just stuff
You just
comes
know
up.
who he is.
Stuff just pops up.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
my
yeah.
TikTok.
But I don't know. I mean, I'd say like there's someone like Paddy. If he's really into it and doing a few fights, he could go and do the Misfit stuff. I'm sure he could.
Paddy Barnes wants to do Misfits
I
stuff.
know. He does. He's
Okay.
choking for it.
Yeah.
He was
He
trying
wants
to
to-
get
Is that
us.
that's realistic? Like as soon as you say Olympic medalist,
But do you think boxers can go into Misfit boxing or
But the
They-
more they do, the more they kind of
believe themselves?
the more they give it status that
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
influencer or it isn't
Yeah.
real boxing. The more you kind of give it clarity that okay, this is boxing now, isn't it? This is over.
I would hate it if Paddy did it and got beat by like
Some
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my
I would
main
love
worry.
it. Yeah, gee.
My main worry was Mike Tyson getting beat by Jake
Yeah,
Paul.
that's
I
the-
was
yeah,
worried
that's
about
a
that.
worry,
Mike
like,
Tyson is a goat, and he's old man, and he was going to get him with a young, fresh Jake Paul. And I was like, see if he gets beat.
Yeah.
It looks terrible.
See if I now, this might be unrealistic. If it was me fighting Mike Tyson, see for 30 seconds, I'm just keeping him away. I'm running. I'm
Could
moving.
you keep him away, Will?
Yes. Act like I'm gonna go that way. Go that way, right? I slip him. I'm away. I'm moving, running, doing whatever it takes. See after 30 seconds,
He's dead.
he's gassed me.
That's you.
I just go up to him and go like this, push him over, done. 3-0.
3-0.
But they're saying like you don't see any more than 6-second clips than
Yeah,
Tyson
yeah,
hitting the bars.
And he looks brilliant in them 6-second clips, but he's 63 or something, so
Yeah.
he's a bit too old.
That's when you get older. It's
Yeah,
hard to
like,
keep endurance.
yeah.
Endurance will never stay with you. Like,
So,
but
nah, I think it's a bad move for him to come back and fight. But
Your entrance for the last SSE fight was great.
it was unbelievable.
this
Big
one's
John
lethal
Zoo.
as well.
No, the best thing about your ends was your timing on the stage
Shotgun.
with the shotgun.
Yes, because you could have fucked that up so badly.
So
and
bad,
If you'd have done that
And it went
and then it did it, it would have been so bad.
It was unbelievable. I loved it. I think it hyped me up too much.
Right.
Because I was supposed to go on the stage and like sit there for 20 seconds. I got on stage, and I just sprinted down to the fucking
I don't
ring.
think I was a move. I think it was your ADHD.
I was like, fucking boom, get in this fucking fight. But this one, I love this entrance. Shout out DJ Dara. He mixed it and he's done it.
Class.
So it's gonna be pretty good.
I think it'll be great because it's probably like a new focus for you where like you it seems like before you're just sort of loads of fight. You've been away from it now, so you know what you're missing.
Yeah. See, before when I fought Lewis, I was at a long period of inactivity. It was over a year, and I was fights falling through like fucking. And I was doing my head in, so
Yeah.
I fell out of love with boxing. I was like, fuck this shit, I just took a Lewis Cracker fight. I was like, fuck it, take it. And I was just eager to get it over with and just retire. And then when I did retire, and I realised I fucking love boxing, knee boxing. And in camp now, I just fucking, it's given me a new drive of fucking getting, I'm loving training again, I'm loving dieting, loving getting skinny again. I'm loving everything about it. So it's a breath of fresh air. I needed the retirement to go back and fucking really know much love fucking boxing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're gonna see a fresher, younger version of Tyrone than you've seen in previous fights. Hungrier than ever, as they always say in boxing. Can't wait to get in another war. I heard you say to Tommy you don't want me to war,
I don't want you to war.
and he agreed with you. Everyone agrees with him.
I agree.
Here's what I'm saying. The thing is, we'll talk about
Right,
it last
well,
time
you've
you
got a
were on as
man.
well.
You're a man of experience and knowledge now. So
Yeah.
give me then. Say, what do you think I should do?
I think you should just box, and then you know that if it goes that way of a big strap, you can do that. But then you're a great boxer, and see, as a Tyrone McKenna fan, I don't care how you win, or I don't care if it's not, loads of mad shots and you being able to take loads and stand up. I just want you to win, and then have the next fight and just win that.
See when I'm in fights, like I fought Chris Jenkins, right? And the first 4 rounds were fucking non-stop. It was a war. And I was loving it because the crowd were going fucking mental during it. And then the 5th round, I couldn't have done that pace for 10 rounds. So I was like, 5th round, I need to start boxing. And 5th round, 6th round, I boxed. Boxing ahead of him, it was easy. It wasn't hitting me. It was a gift. But I could hear murmurs in the crowd. Like, people weren't really enthralled in it. They were the first 4 rounds. I went, I can't have this. So I went out the 7th round, had a fucking another war, and I went, I love the fans being...
Right. I've got a plan.
Okay. Earphones in, just crowd noise.
Fake crowd noise.
How many rounds are we going?
10.
10. See, for 9 rounds,
Yeah.
box him.
And then 10th.
See the 10th round, do whatever you want.
That's what I thought. I thought, you know what? Everyone always just remembers the last 2 rounds anyway.
100%.
So, win the first 8. Go for it.
9.
Last.
First 9. Get 8. Go 8. Go 8.
Why 8 and there's 9 rounds?
10.
Why just give them a
10
round? Like,
rounds.
No,
Because
I didn't tell. Not giving them a round.
oh, right, I thought you were going
I'm
to
beating
go.
them up in the last 2 rounds.
Oh,
going
okay.
for war.
Okay.
yes,
I thought
You
we were
get-
only going
We'll
one.
give him 2
But see, to be
rounds.
honest,
I'll give him 2.
I'm on TV right now. I'm stopping this guy. He's getting stopped. I've got to.
It's a
I
statement.
hate him. I'm not a big. I have a lot of stoppages in my cars. I guarantee a stoppage. I'm stopping them inside the distance.
Do you know what I want to see?
Mm.
I want to see you jumping in with a one quite a
Are
bit.
you going?
I think I'm in Edinburgh.
Of course.
Is
you
it
are.
the third? I'm
Of
in
course you
Edinburgh.
are, Of course you are.
He's never been to a boxing fight.
He really has.
Never has.
Do you know I've offered him tickets every fight?
Oh, Carframpton. He goes to Carframpton.
Ah!
I've been to 2 of your brother's fights.
Oh, what's right?
What?
New
what
York.
Ones?
And
New
huh?
York.
What ones was that?
And the last one.
Did
Was
you?
it your last fight?
Were you?
Yes.
We
Well, I
just-
offered you tickets.
Oh,
you
yes,
said
right.
no.
You text, yeah.
You said
yeah,
no.
You got sorted, yeah.
No, I was.
He you know, he
I'd already
texted.
been.
Yeah, he texted.
Okay, I'll take it back. I'll take it back.
Uh,
Oh,
but,
do you know what?
But no, it even remains unknown because he doesn't say I was a great Nate or anything. He just I always think he gets tickets for someone else. Someone goes is standing as Sean McComb.
There's he's a lot of stand-ins as well.
the last fight I was at, I tagged every Conlan boxer.
Oh, did he?
And
I don't do social media.
And not only here, I could come out of retirement very fucking easily right now. And I got a load of shit for being loyal to Tyrone McKenna.
Did
Oh.
you?
Because for your fight with Lewis Crocker, I had never met Lewis up to
Yeah.
that point. Like Lewis,
Yeah.
never met him. I know Tyrone.
Yeah.
I wanted Tyrone to win. It'd be weird if it didn't. Right? I don't mind saying that. I wanted it to be a good fight, but I wanted Tyrone to win because I know Tyrone. So I tagged, here we go.
Okay.
Tyrone McKenna, John Zoo. Probably put a wee flame emoji in there. Right? Let's go, Tyrone McKenna. See, as soon as that fight was over, the amount of fucking DMs I got.
Serious?
Ah, you didn't tag Lewis, did you, you wee dick? Done.
Was they 8-year-olds?
Because I showed, not only did I show loyalty to Tyrone McKenna, but to Jamie Conlan.
Oh, okay. Well, I managed both of them, so I didn't show me any loyalty. I couldn't watch the fight. I had to go backstage.
So here's the thing, I'm there, but I'm not. You probably bring people
know
to the
what?
fights, front row, or selfies. Here I am, all about me. I'm just, I
the
sit like
you're
this.
in the shadows.
I sit. Do you know why you don't think I'm there? Because I cover my face all the time because I'm taking it in like this.
Listen, I'm glad you're
Studying.
not going to this fight because you surely are a scud from the last fight.
Yeah, number one,
So
yeah.
I'm glad you stay
See
in
if you
Edinburgh.
don't win, it's not me.
Here, you said there like everyone looks like him. What do you think that is?
You
Face
have
wise?
A very
most
generic
common
kind of. Like,
face.
do you think your face could be a FIFA face, or she would
A
no, like,
creator
face?
Yeah, I could, because here's who I get in fighting: Paddy Pimlet,
Yeah, okay.
especially
it.
when he had a shaved head.
Right.
Right, Golovkin.
Okay, that's crazy.
I've got a wee bit.
That's just crazy.
I don't think it is.
I think they're talking about the punch bar when they're saying that. They aren't actually talking about your look.
You think it's all about boxing?
Yeah,
Yes.
nah,
yes,
makes
yes.
sense.
No, I want to see you jump in with a one quite a bit in this. Jump in with a one.
But
Jump in with a one.
Every German, you would fit well as a German. Like
Yeah.
you
I'm
look like-
Dutch. I think he looks
No,
Dutch.
Polish.
no, definitely not.
Polish.
If
Spanish?
you walk past here in an SS fucking trooper top, I would think, yep,
Yep.
fits him.
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Swede,
you look
Swede,
Scandinavian.
Swedish,
Yeah,
Swedish.
yeah, yeah.
Dutch a wee bit, yeah, Dutch a wee bit.
Yeah.
But German, there's one or two like a Formella looks like him.
If I didn't know, we actually played this game in the podcast for. If I didn't know, like your nickname is the Mexican.
Yeah.
So you definitely look Mexican.
Okay.
Or South American.
It was more because of his style though as well.
Yeah,
Well, he
it
does
was
look
But you
Mexican
do
as well.
look-
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Okay. So are we all judging each other here? Tyrone, you like homeless.
Well,
Nationality wise,
Oh,
he you could be American.
American?
no fixed abode.
I think.
No, the mullet definitely Texas or something like that. When you
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
mullet, man. Michael Stone.
Michael Stone.
Yeah,
I had to
mullet,
get rid of that. I'd seen many people were tagging me as Michael Stone. I listen.
He's texting you, being like, one
From
of us
West
has to get rid of
Belfast,
this.
I can't be getting called Michael Stone. So I had to shave it off. I'll never have a mullet again.
What nationality would Tyrone be if you didn't
That's a
know him?
good shout. Do you know
I am actually
you
doing-
could be a model that like as in he has everything to be a model. 6'1", good looks,
Skinny.
See
strong
what-
jawline.
See, when he said that and you looked at me, you made your lips a bit bigger. And you didn't know you did it, but you went like
I was
this.
trying to hate this. I was trying to hate this.
Tyrone,
Um,
actually,
Still.
you actually could be
Scottish.
a model.
Looks like someone from Scotland or something.
That's not good.
Exotic as fuck. You look like you'd be
No,
from
when you go-
Strand
when
Harbour.
you go on holiday, you're very
Swarthy.
Swarthy, yeah,
Yeah,
swarthy.
yeah, right. Hold on.
Three swarthy boys.
Very swarthy.
You only back from home? You're very sun kissed.
Yeah, I was in New York. I mean, it was great.
Really?
It was great.
Good.
Had to get the head away from from the fighting, taking the career.
Turn the phone
I just
off.
sat like this for a week on a beach, just thinking back to all the legacy, really, the fights, the ups, the downs.
Have you watched any of the fights back?
No.
Do you
No.
watch your stand-ups back?
struggled to?
Do you not watch stand-up? No.
But like that
I
would
listen
be
back. I listen back for audio if I'm working on new jokes.
Okay.
How did I say this? How did I say that? But I wouldn't watch a setback or anything like that.
Is that not how? Like, say, like you watch your performance because you can learn off the mistakes that you've made. Do you not have to do that?
I think I just know how it goes at the
There
time.
is similarities between the two.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's similarities between anything like that, like music as well. There's similarities. Every kind of like a kind of aspect of showbiz,
Yeah.
or
When you're on your own.
when you're on your own.
Well, you probably get people who like, fighters who study their own tapes.
I can't. I don't really watch myself. I will watch it maybe once if we win.
Yeah.
But if I get beat, it took me about 3-4 months to watch the Lewis Cracker one, and I only watched it because it was a Patreon episode.
Well, I think that's what we'll do for the
That would be very
for
good.
last month's fight. I'll watch it back.
But you know
See
what?
You
Match-
watch it with the team.
Matching
like,
is a good thing.
Did it?
Doesn't last straight away. It's fucking.
Your fight?
Well, no, me doing a reaction to my own fight. They're like, nah,
serious?
it's copyrited. And I was like,
Should have texted Uncle
my
Eddie.
own fight?
Yeah.
Can't even do. Text Eddie Hearn. Eddie, can you do anything here?
Yeah.
He read it, didn't reply.
So the fight's on 3rd of August,
Third of August.
SSE Arena.
Yep.
Put the link in the description.
Yep. And also, a big.
I was just going to say
Podcast.
about that.
Go ahead.
What date?
9th.
Part of the field?
It is. It is.
Whiskey and White Life.
Yep. Big.
What a lineup.
Unbelievable. Do you know what I said to Tommy? Tommy, I don't want to do lives no more. I don't like them. I'm, as I said, ADHD does not let me. My anxiety's crazy when I do them. And I said, look, the last one, I was like, that's the last one we're doing. I stressed my bollocks out about tickets. I don't like going out in front of the public and doing all this shit. And he sat me down, like, I think we should do another one. Everyone's asking for another one. I was like, Tommy, the only way you'll get me on is if you get some fucking superstar to come on. And then next thing, here my cousin Labyrinth's going to come on. And I went, fuck! And I went, well, you can't just do that. You have to have someone fucking hometown that's big in them. And he went, okay, Kakachi. And I said, Kakachi. I laughed at him. I went, Kakachi does nothing.
Yeah.
I went, no problem. You get Kakachi on? I'm her.
Yeah.
And then he phoned me up. Kakachi's coming on. I went, hardly doesn't do anything. He's fucking a big fan of Labyrinth, so he said, here, I'll definitely come on to see him. And fuck's sake, well, it's a
It's actually brilliant because he loves aliens and he believes all this mad stuff. Like,
and I went, well,
I had a
let's-
great night with him.
I
one
said,
night.
listen, it's a comedy podcast. I haven't got a comedian on it. It's a funny podcast. No. Yeah. Look at Paddy McDonald. He'll do it. And I said, nah, sure, we had him on before. He won't do it again. Phone me back. Paddy's in. Oh, fucking hell. All right, I'm fucking in then. So I'm doing another one next week. Hopefully be my last one, or in 2 weeks.
It's a great way to sell it.
Listen,
I don't think
it's
you do it. It's good.
I'll be like the Wolf Tones every year. This is my final farewell,
Yeah.
and every year I'm going to be
Yeah.
here in the field. But it's going well. Labyrinth's booked in. He's his hotel and all that, so he's definitely turning up. He's going to do his tune. I'm going to chime in, ruin it.
Singing with him.
Hopefully.
Does people know Labyrinth is singing?
I don't even
A
think
live
people know
performance?
Labyrinth's coming. They just know that Whiskey and White's got a thing coming on.
Yeah.
So we've got a promo coming out today, which is putting hopefully a bit of impact on it. But
Tyrone McKenna does promos well.
He is the
how good are my
promo king.
promos?
He is
Very
the
good.
promo.
I am.
Did you see his last one about like French and Henri and stuff like
Yep.
Yeah, that was
that?
good.
Like they weren't getting what we were actually getting. It
See,
took forever. Like,
again, ADHD, I have to argue, and I'll never let anyone slip up with my promos.
yeah.
Right.
I am on these are my life.
Yeah.
These promos.
Yeah.
So he was saying, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, and I went, mate,
The Euros final one was great too.
did you
Just a
listen
sketch.
to what I just
Yeah.
sent you yesterday? And he went, I didn't really listen to it. And I went, go back and listen to that, because what you just said there is complete opposite of what I said to do. He's like, oh, I just thought that would be brilliant. I said,
He
nope.
was trying to do a big like
You
boxing.
got big boxing
like,
series,
like,
and
no.
I don't do that. I do
Right.
comedy ones. People don't like the boxing ones. There's more traction on comedy ones. He's like, right, okay. And I was trying to still incorporate the boxing. I like, stop it. It's
Yeah.
funny. But anyway, the Euro one was brilliant as well.
It's great.
Went down a hit.
It's great.
Danny Olmo. That's another one. Couldn't get the footballer. Luke de Jong.
Luke de Jong is a
Dutch
great
guy,
one.
yeah.
Footballers, there's quite
Yeah.
a few. Tom Kearney plays for Fulham.
Okay.
Is a good one. And they're from all around the world. That's the thing.
It's
They're
fascinating.
international.
From all around the
It's
world.
fascinating.
My dad travelled a lot, you know. Jamie, do you know what I want to see? I want to see some Conlan boxing merch. I want to see some
Okay.
t-shirts.
There is.
There
on his
was
website.
someone done it before.
Wanna see a
We need to
couple
do it
t-shirts.
properly. Was it?
Because now
outside source, like?
I like walking about in boxing gear.
Do you?
He's boxed.
I'm the opposite. I like not walking about.
I
I still wear your
Well,
t-shirt.
Do you? Lesson,
I have a problem.
I
Like,
bought it.
Mick has like
Again,
only,
this guy I don't support him. Go to all his fights.
Listen, I was broke when
Buys
you bought it. I mean, I needed that 20 quid.
Mick has OnlyFans on his stuff, and I'm running with a jacket on, and OnlyFans is back, and like,
Yeah.
and then like my missus brings it to the gym, and I go, don't bring that to the gym. You know what that's saying, is it?
Yeah.
But I do like running a good like boxing jacket.
I like a boxing jacket. I don't like a boxing t-shirt.
No, I like t-shirts. I like.
I have a
t-shirts.
medical tracksuit. I love the tracksuit. But
I got into like what's a brand? Clito Reyes.
Oh,
Because I was like,
okay.
see if I wear that, I wear that for the fight.
Old school Mexican.
I was wearing the vest and the shorts for it.
Okay.
And I was like, people will go.
he's old school. He
That's a wee
connoisseur.
bit old school. Like,
He's
yeah.
a connoisseur.
I like
I was going to buy the gloves for the fight, but they were too dear. They
You
were too
would
dear.
hurt. You would hurt people.
They were
on
too
them
dear.
gloves, like.
crazy.
235 quid. I was like, if I lose, that is the worst investment of all time.
I got them as a Christmas present one year. I used them in sparring every week. People were like, I would have been killing people. Like as a kid, 8-ounce Clito Reyes horsehair gloves. Jesus Christ.
That's what me and Cashy spars at 8-year-olds. We fucking in his garden. He had 2 sets of gloves. One was 12-ounce standard gloves, and he had 8-ounce fucking Clito Reyes on. That's why I've got a good chin.
Those Crocker board
that-
Clito Reyes against you.
don't tell me.
Wow. When I seen that there, I went, oh,
see, once you
Jesus.
see someone with
Jesus.
Clitos, you're like, all right.
Because they are like proper horsehair.
I remember picking them up once. I was in a shopping centre and I was like, oh, there's wee kids' gloves. Picked them up and they weren't. They're Clito Reyes fucking fake gloves. I was like, Jesus Christ, I wore them the next week. Fuck me, they're wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
They're heavy gloves. Like they're good.
But that's the thing, there's different, like, they're made with horsehair. So that's why they're puncher's gloves, because they're horsehair and not.
They'll
not
still be
foam.
the same weight. But the problem with like the horsehair would be, so if you were fighting, say you're fighting in August, but you also have a fight scheduled in October, you probably wouldn't wear horsehair because your hands will be they're in bits. After every fight, because I wear horsehair every time, my hands will be
his
black and
his
blue
hands used to be
from
bad.
right
Look at
down.
my knuckle.
Oh, Jesus,
You've a knuckle on
I
your.
desiccated that
You've a
knuckle.
knuckle on your
On my wrist too.
What the fuck's that about?
I fell off my bike and the bone went through my hand.
Look at that say there, wrist knuckle. Fuck me.
Fell off my bike and
It's
the
like
bone
an
went through my
elbow.
hand.
He's fucking 2 elbows.
And then in the run up to the fight, that popped out.
Pain?
At the time, for a couple of weeks, by the time the fight came around, didn't feel anything.
different mentality.
Like, I'm
he has.
taunting him like he's a fucking boxer.
Hold on.
No,
As you
I
should
was,
be.
I
Continue.
was
Continue.
going to say, did you ever feel? See, when you hurt your knuckles or anything,
Yes.
like when you're closing your fist, you feel like it's like scraping and open and closing,
it's
scraping.
Like fucking
Not like
arthritis.
Oh, it's like arthritis. Oh man.
The guys who wrapped us on the night did a brilliant job, because we ended up the Holy Trinity, and whatever sparring like a week before, and whatever way I'd hit someone, I was getting in the car after coming down to do Euros watch along, and by the time I got to the studio, I was like, that's maybe broke. So I was wearing a splint for probably about a week, and I was like, I'm gonna have to drop out of this. And then whoever, I think I was chatting to Sean about it, McComb, and he was like, my mate Sean McComb, and he one of the best boxers in the world. And
He is.
he was basically saying, if they wrap it in a way where the pain was if my wrist moved, so he's like, they'll wrap it in a way where it's solid, it's not
Yeah,
going
you
to
won't
move.
move, yeah.
So I felt nothing.
Yeah, you
on
always
the
say
night.
to the bandage people before where you're injured,
Where your
where you
injury
go
is,
to go
yeah.
there. Because I see every fighter going in the fight, they've got some
Oh
sort
yeah,
of
but the
injury.
same for Sean Haggerty, who's fight like he'll have been carrying things into it.
Funny when I said when fighters go in the fight. Yeah, it was the same for Sean Haggerty.
I hate it. I have a wee tiny hands, so they would always wrap my hand way too much, and I like, couldn't move my hands. But
But
the
fuck's
worst,
like fuck.
yeah, the worst is when you're wrapped and you're ready to go and you go for a piss.
Piss.
I just got someone to do it for me.
Yeah,
that's what you
I've
do.
been there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we've all been
Ah,
there.
but it's
Willie Thompson is ring girl
Yeah.
gear.
And it's
Willie
just
gets
it's just a wee
handed.
dribble, and you're like, this is terrible. This is
But see, in your training, in your sparring, whatever, did you ever get hit a proper body shot?
Yes.
Winded
One bad one. Holy Trinity against a young guy. Nobody took liberties with us. Nobody. One. I was rotating rounds with different people, and there was a kid in, and he just didn't get the memo. And he was.
yeah, it was a goal for.
They want to say, I hurt Shane.
Tell me this with
Bad
your
one.
Crohn's and all. Is that was that okay to get hit in the body?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't do abdominal exercises. I just
What-
don't do press ups or anything. Or
What?
sit-ups or anything like that.
How to feel? What was the? Did you drop to the ground?
When he hit me, no.
You were alright, yeah.
I was. He didn't. It was more like
Skin,
more of a,
like-
of a yeah. It was sore, very sore.
There's nothing worse than that.
But it was more like after it was over, I was like,
Oh, really?
That was bad.
Well, normally when you do go into it, it's like a paralyzing. Like you can't
Yeah.
move your legs, your
Yeah.
arms, and you don't even know if you're going to breathe again.
I think you're gonna die.
You think that's it?
But it was perfect because he just
You hit it.
The noise.
he just tapped my head, just to set that up. So as soon as he tapped my head,
have
my
a
hands
ball.
went up,
Yeah.
and then boom.
Right
Nothing
underneath.
worse.
But there's-
Nothing worse.
But that was the
But
most
there's
satisfying punch to throw in the night.
There's nothing better than landing the perfect body
That was the
shot.
bit. That was my highlight of the night.
Yeah.
Was I think maybe the third round, a body, and I remember it felt like it was slow motion because remember whatever way he moved and he'd overstretched, and I remember my hand being back and going, his
Gotcha.
body's just. I remember almost saying to myself,
Yes,
his body's just wide open there.
We bit like Neo in the Matrix.
That's what people.
Like seeing it
That's
all
what people were
breaking
saying.
down and all like.
That's what people were saying.
But there is nothing worse. Like you can hit
there's-
headshot,
Yeah.
you're alright, but body shot and the
Yeah.
wind getting sucked out of you, and you're looking at someone, and you're looking at someone to
I
help
st-
you.
It
You
also
can't help
would take a bit of fitness out of you, like for the later rounds.
Yeah.
So you like it lasting damage. Say a headshot, if you do get dropped, you get up, shake it off after 10 seconds, you're sweet.
You're alright.
But body shots just stay with you, and you can just tap the body, and once you're hurt in body, you'll continuously get hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the muscles go. Like I got when I fought Jordan and Kaz, no one realised that he dropped me in the first round, and I went, no, he hit me, and I was
he
like
hit
walking
me.
back, and I went, oh no, I hurt, that got me getting down, and I went get back to the corner, and Danny Vaughan was like, what's wrong with you? I said, body shot. Yeah, body shot. And it's, what? For 3 rounds, I couldn't breathe. Like every time,
yeah.
and I get know when you're trying to stop the noise coming out.
exactly.
To want you to know.
Yeah.
And like he's saying something, I'm going, yeah.
You're hoping the referee steps in to do something like,
Yeah.
like, and you're going,
That's a good thing about R1 because if you get slightly hurt and the ref knows it,
he
over,
jumps in.
check a headgear,
Yeah,
redo the
yeah,
strap, and all
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So 3rd of August, this will go out the week off. The Wednesday off. So we'll put the link for the fight and the link for Whiskey and White Live.
Brilliant.
And we need to get t-shirts. Get some t-shirts.
Okay. Well, we had someone doing them before, so we'll get someone else in to do them all.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Jamie Tyrone, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
having
And just remember, jump in with a 1.
and just,
Do you know what I mean by that?
yeah,
Can you demonstrate after?
Yeah, you
Like
can,
just
yeah.
step over?
just give me as much tips as
Don't
you
even
can
know if he's
afterwards.
working anymore. We're getting, hold on, we're getting the feeling. Jump in, jump.
Did you
Okay.
make a noise?
In and
Huh?
Were you noise? What was? Everyone has a different noise.
Different noise,
Everyone
yeah.
has a different noise.
Now I'm
Yeah.
like, shh.
There's some people that hit back. There's some real, like Charlie Edwards. He's probably hilarious. Bah, 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 bah. It's like, fuck me.
And it's like we tiny stuff.
See, when I hit the tire there, I get the louder my noises get.
Sometimes, here, don't be
So shit,
afraid.
they're weaker.
Here,
When you hum
make the
sucks.
noise. Make the noise, but not the punch. Shh. He goes like,
That was fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck, I heard that, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's that
Rare
freak.
reaction, yeah.
Shh. Fuck, he's fast.
watch this. I threw 2 punches.
You didn't even do the noise. Shh.
Cheers, lads.
Let's get ready for tea with